So, welcome everyone. I'm Ishika and I'm thrilled to have you all here for today for this discussion where you are considering an MBA or reflecting on its value. Today, we'll be exploring how this degree fits into our fast changing world. Before we begin, I want you to think about why are you here? Is it the career growth, personal development, or something else? So, we are all here because we want to grow. Life's about the pursuit of betterment, right? Not just in education, but in every aspect. Remember, your success isn't solely defined by degrees, but by your passion, adaptability, and your drive to constantly improve. So, can anyone in the room tell me what's your biggest reason for attending this webinar? Can anyone switch on their camera? It's like I'm speaking to myself. If anyone is comfortable, is anyone here listening to me? Lakshmi, I guess. Hello. All right. Let's. So we are exploring the relevance of an MBA in today's world today. So, is an MBA still worth it? So, I'll move to the next slide where we'll be talking about an MBA, what an MBA traditionally offers. So, we have heard about many things about MBA, like it's a great degree and everything, and like networking opportunities are great. So, let's talk about what an MBA has traditionally provided. So, it's been seen as a gateway to better opportunities. You gain leadership skills, access to an incredible network, and of course, that enticing promise of a higher salary. We know that if we do MBA, like everyone says, yeah, just go for MBA, you will be getting high salary, you will be getting a hike or something like that. But is this still the reality in today's dynamic world? Do you think? So, like for me, growth doesn't always come from what you learn, but who you learn it with, right? Whether or not you do an MBA, the people you meet along the way, you can shape life in your ways. So it's about the networking opportunities with peers, of course, comprehensive skill set. You'll be able to learn leadership, finance, strategy, marketing, and many other things. You might be getting high salary. It's not confirmed, but along the destination, like along the degree completion, you will be getting networking, everything. You'll be learning a lot of skill set. So I would recommend to enjoy the journey rather just think about the degree, right? And like in coming days, the job market is evolving very much. AI has come into the picture, so many jobs are taken by AI. It's a very fast growing culture right now in corporates. So let's talk about how the job market is evolving. So the landscape is shifting. Like we now see job roles that didn't even exist 5 years ago, and the job roles are not anymore which were 5 years ago, right? Companies are valuing real world skills over degrees. So it doesn't matter if you have BTech degree, if you have MBA degree, if you have any degree. The companies sees what experience do you have rather than a degree. With many offerings in house training or preferring experience, this doesn't mean MBAs are irrelevant. Like you have many degrees and everything, but it doesn't mean MBAs are relevant. But it doesn't mean the decision is more nuisance. Like change is inevitable. Like 5 years ago, many job posts were there. Right now, they are not. So change is inevitable, but growth is optional. It's up to you. You want to grow or not. The world around us is constantly evolving. So I have done my MBA recently in marketing, and I was abroad for a year, and I have seen so many things rather like with my studies and everything. So I always thought that change is the only constant. Like everything shifted, but the change around me is always happening. So your ability to pivot in response to these changes defines your future. Like how will you take it and how will you respond to it? It will define. So growth of tech and remote work have made the things very slow and made the things in MBA placement and everything. They are very less these days. Alternative to MBA, you can learn finance in like 1 hour webinar. Many of you have heard about it, right? We will teach you Power BI in an hour. We will teach you pivot tables. We will do marketing thing in an hour. So why will I be going and spending lakhs of money when I'm getting the same thing in thousands? And I'll be getting experience out of it. Companies increasingly value practical skills, as I mentioned before. So is it necessary to do an MBA and spend so much of money outside or like in the country just to get a degree? For me, I'm not sure. But let's see. So there are many benefits of doing an MBA. you'll be getting leadership, you'll be getting a long term career escalation. If I say someone that I did MBA, so there's a repo building thing. The other person will think, yeah, he knows something. Your network will be globally expanded. You'll be meeting so many people from all over the country and learning about them and learning about the business in their city or state, and you will be having a approach which is structured to learn a business. Everyone has seen a business around them, like whether it be a panwadi or whether it be a shop or anything, it's a business, right? So everyone knows how to run a business, but like doing a degree for that, is it necessary? Like learning something, of course MBA teaches you many things, but वही तो एक चाय वाला टपरी वाला भी कर रहा है ना, सेम चीज, तो is it necessary? Let's see, is it? Just a second. Yeah, so there are many drawbacks of MBA. Like we have discussed about the benefits, so there are several drawbacks. So the first drawback of MBA is, it's no secret that MBA comes with a hefty price tag, right? Like tuition, time, you are getting opportunity cost. If you are doing a bachelor's and if you are getting a job, you're having some experience, but now you want to do MBA. So it's opportunity cost. You're risking your job for a degree and you are spending so much lakhs, because MBA starts from 4 5 lakhs in India. And plus, with technology advancing so rapidly, some MBA programs are struggling to stay relevant. For many, it's a tough call because so many people, like now, earlier it used to happen, okay, you have this degree, we will take you and we will teach you. But now entry level jobs ask for so much years of experience. So I will say life is about choices. The path to success isn't a straight line, and sometimes it's the road less traveled that lead to the greatest destination. Weigh your options, but don't fear stepping off the beaten path. You have both options of doing it or not doing it, but it's up to you. If you want to really excel, that okay, I want to do it, and if you believe that okay, you will be able to get a great placement.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am, but your mic is muted.
All right, so since when I am muted? Hello.
From past 1 minute from the previous slide.
So I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Just a second. From this slide.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you hear about all this, or shall I repeat?
No, ma'am. The what are the alternatives we have got till that? The next slide we haven't gotten. Yeah, from here.
All right. So we were talking about global versus local perspective. So every country has different perspective of their own. So if we talk about US and UK, doing MBA there means it is as highly regarded for leadership roles, like managerial roles. But if we talk about India, then it's seen as a status symbol. If you're doing a MBA, you have heard people saying you that okay, you have so much of money, okay, you're doing this, you are doing this, and it is seen that okay, if you're doing an MBA, then you will be getting a hike. So it is seen as a career accelerator and status symbol. In Europe, it is seen that in favor of tech-focused learning, your value is diminishing. In Middle East, it is increasing demand for practical and industry-relevant experience or skills. So in every country, it is seen differently. The perception of an MBA can vary greatly depending on where you are in the world. In the UK and US, as I mentioned, it's still a pathway to leadership roles, but in India, it's a status of symbol. But as industrial evolve, the value of an MBA is becoming more independent and dependent on how relevant it is to current demands. But I'll say your value is not defined by a single qualification, but by your ability to adapt the global trends and stay ahead of them. The world is your playground. Don't be afraid to explore. There are several of options out there in the industry. You can explore any option, right? So, can anyone answer me in the room that, like, is it worth it to do MBA? Like, anyone can tell me about it. If you have joined this session, then you might have some thing in mind. Okay, I want to learn about this thing. I want to know about that thing. You can ask me in the chat panel also. Like I myself don't want to only speak. I want to talk with you guys.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi,
Ma'am, I
Nida.
feel yes, it's necessary to do MBA because after MBA, your package increases, like the amount you're gonna get.
It is not necessary. I can give you
Yes, ma'am.
examples.
Of course, it's not necessary because most people just holding a bachelor degree earn much more. But like in some places, MBA is necessary. So
So the thing is, Of course, it will give you some learning exposure. Of course, you will be getting many things. But the thing is it necessary that you will be getting highly paid? I have seen students of symbiosis, government, and IIM, like not many, but some that who got into the college, who cleared their CAT and everything, but didn't do well. So will the company pay them 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs?
No, not really.
No, they will. The company will not. And I have seen people like I lived in Pune for 6 months, and I have seen students struggling to get a job after getting a degree from Symbiosis Pune. So they are at their home and willing to do a and regretting the decision of leaving the job when they got hired in their bachelor's just to do an M. But I have seen people from IIM and every big institute of India getting 30 to 35 lakhs of package. So it totally depends on you. Like, what do you want and how do you manage to go there? What is your goal? If like I did my MBA, I was so much interested in market. But I will say like I learned many things in MBA. I did global projects. I did like projects with the company who are working in real world. But I knew something, like I knew the basics, but it got sharpened. Like I got a chance to sharpen my skills there. I got a chance to not just open my business and then start the business and give it a risk. But before that, got a chance to work with a real world so that I don't repeat the same mistakes. So yeah, but if someone says that okay, I want to learn from marketing, doing MBA marketing, I'll not be suggesting that. If you want to learn from the live work, real world companies, then you can go for MBA. But if you want to learn marketing, then I guess your decision should be thought again.
Yes, ma'am, you're right, 100%. But like for us, like suppose I'm doing a bachelor's degree in commerce, so I am told that this alone is not enough to be earning much, and you gotta do a master's degree. So yeah.
I'll tell you about it. You might be told many things from your peers, your from your
Yeah.
yeah. So the thing is, I have given many interviews. I have been on your position, and I'm doing a job now, and many things other than job. So the thing is, it depends how relevant you are to the industry. Like if you are doing your commerce, then you might be learning about PI. Are you like Power BI?
No, ma'am.
You must be learning about Excel, MS Excel.
Yes.
Like, are you learning it only to the university criteria or you're learning for your future? Because if you're doing your Excel, then yeah. Tell me. Yeah, if you're learning MS Excel, then you should learn it to the industry criteria. Okay, if I'm learning this, then I'll go to the I'll excel in it, right? Then you can show it in the company. Ki, okay, I did my bachelor's, but I can solve any problem in MS Excel. If you will give me any formula to do, I can do this. Then company won't challenge you that if you have did your masters or not. I am saying you that you can connect with me on LinkedIn or any place if you are
Mhm.
practical enough. Yeah, tell me what are you saying?
Nothing, nothing.
या सो आई एम सेइंग कि अगर आप इतना प्रैक्टिकल हो अपनी अप्रोच को लेके और अपना एक्सपीरियंस को लेके अगर अभी यू आर डूइंग योर कॉमर्स राइट बैचलर्स इन
Yes.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
so if you find any industry relevant internship not that internship कि जहाँ पे आपको सिर्फ सर्टिफिकेट मिल जाता है कि okay you worked with us for a month not that kind of internship द इंटर्नशिप वेयर यू एक्चुअली वर्क कि हाँ मेरे को ये समझ आ रहा है ऐसे ऐसे बिजनेस चल रहा है तो वहां पे अगर आप वो रेलिवेंसी अपने जॉब पोस्ट में दिखाएंगे कि हाँ आई नो दिस आई हैव डिड दिस आई वांट टू डू दिस देन ऑफ कोर्स यू विल बी गेटिंग हायर्ड बट अगर आप सिर्फ सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंग चलेंगे कि ओके इन माय कॉमर्स दिस इज यू विल हैव टू go out of your books right Nida
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So, of course, it is worth it. I'll not say कि MBA is not worth it, but it depends on your goals. Like if you want to learn HR, can anyone tell me what is the role of HR?
It's recruitment, hiring, etc.
Yeah. So, is only Nida is listening to me, or anyone else is also interested? Like from 16 people, is anyone else interested in listening?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
I'm interested.
Okay, so can you tell me what HR does or like what a HR does or a marketing person does?
HR is like a heart of any company because he or she is the person who will hire or recruit a person. any candidate and different other.
Yeah. So hiring, like if I want to hire a person, then I know what are the criteria should be followed, right? If I'm hiring for a marketing person, then I know कि मेरे को marketing में क्या क्या देखना है. If the person knows this, if the person does this, and everything else. But MBA makes me understand, okay, what's the behavior and how he will contribute to my company, right? Like अगर मैं HR हायर कर रही है तो मुझे पता है कि मुझे एचआर में क्या क्या क्वालिटीज देखनी है कि वो इज ही अ गुड पर्सन इज ही दैट रेलिवेंट कि वो पॉलिसी से खुद अवॉइड करे कि वो औरों को तो तब समझाए बट एमबीए मेक्स मी द पर्सन कि मैं उस एचआर को ऐसे हायर करूं कि मुझे वो कंपनी में मतलब वो बिजनेस साइड से आपको दिखाता है एमबीए इट्स नॉट ओनली दैट यू आर लर्निंग एचआर और यू आर लर्निंग मार्केटिंग यू लर्न थिंग्स फ्रॉम अ बिजनेस man or business women perspective of things. Yeah, so there is a hand raise of Dr. Sanjay. Yeah, please.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was listening to what you were speaking, and you were
Yeah,
asking that what does a HR person do, right?
yes.
I'm a professor in one of the institutes which is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University,
Okay.
and having taught a number of UG and PG students, I feel there is a lot of what you call it misapprehension amongst the HR students, and I have also seen over the years that the females or girls they mostly go for
Yeah.
HR kind of specialization. The problem over here is they feel that HR is a very cool kind of a job where you have to just hire people, take their interviews, and manage their papers and all. But there are certain aspects of HR which are very technical and very difficult. For example, when we talk of HR, we are talking of IR also, industrial relations, where you are
Ye-
working in a factory and you are dealing with the workers and you are the in-between person, the management and
Yeah.
the workers. And if there is a strike or there is a lockout or something, then you're managing that. That is one of the typical phases. And the second important aspect of HR, which I personally feel is compensation management, where you are making the salaries of the employee. And if your company has about 300, 400 employees and you're making salaries, you have to see to it every salary has their own parameters, the salary which is fixed. And of course, are supposed to know a lot of other rules and regulations like ESI, Provident Fund, income tax, how much to be deducted and all. So it's a very, very, very difficult kind of a thing in HR. It's not that simple as most of the people have apprehension.
Totally, Dr. Sanjay. I completely agree with you. And I get the point where there are so many roles of like different roles where HR plays. And today, like not today, earlier it used to be like only girls will be HR. Boys would think I'll not go for HR because it's a girl's role. But it is not like that. There are so many duties an HR performs and so many things. Like of course, as Gudu mentions, it's a heart of a company because on him the hiring process, people who are coming to my company and how they are treated, how the link between both the people is managed and everything is done by HR. So there is a duty of an HR. But I'm saying if you get internship experience in HR, it will it be relevant to the manager role? Like Dr. Sanjay tell me, if I am entry level person and if I am given a bigger role, then I have to learn something, right? Will be a degree efficient for that, or I'll be learning
Ma'am,
experience?
actually, the thing is that nothing can compensate for experience. Actually, right? Having possessing a degree, whether it's a
I'm so sorry, Dr. Sanjay, I cannot hear you. Did he leave the meeting mistakenly? Yeah. So as he was saying, nothing can compensate. Yeah, nothing can compensate. Hello.
ma'am, can I speak?
Yes, yes, sure, but I cannot.
Hello, ma'am, you there? Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, but I don't know. Everyone is
I know, even I am also not sure why everyone,
they're leaving and coming back.
I know,
Yes,
even I am not sure.
someone is removing them. I saw the message of Nida.
Oh,
I guess
is
in the
it?
yeah.
Can you tell
So
me who it is? Because,
I really don't know because Nida texted in the group. Someone Please don't do it.
Yeah, please, guys,
Oh,
don't do it now. I don't do it. If you people are doing it, actions will be taken.
yeah, yes. So Dr. Sanjay was speaking, but he is not in the meeting anymore, I guess.
I am admitting each one, ma'am.
I am there in the meeting, ma'am. I was in fact removed and I have again joined actually.
All right, yeah. So we were talking. I was
Yes, ma'am.
all like I am all ears to listen to you. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that possessing a degree, of course, experience plays a very, very important role when you are in corporates. And the experience should be in the right, what you call it, whether you do internships or you work in initially in one or two companies where you learn a lot, right? And that is something which is very, very important because if you are, hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, ma'am. So if you're working in a company and you're working at the right place, then you will learn a lot of things. Suppose the first job you're working in a factory or in a unit at the factory level, you work a lot. Understand a lot, and you experience a lot of things. Like the entire labor laws and how do you deal with workers. And I personally feel having some corporate experience also that initially a factory experience for any HR person is really very good. And then, of course, if you're working in the on the compensation part in a company at the HO or at the factory level, where you're making salaries of the workers or you're making salary of the entire staff people and all, those are the areas where you really learn. And experience really counts actually. So, like you have also said that a HR person should know a lot of laws also, relevant laws which are very important. So experience does make a difference. The degree is just a recognition that yes, you have possessed this qualification. After that,
You are
experience
certified.
counts.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are certified to do this thing.
yeah.
It
After
only
that,
gives you
experience
that.
counts.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to say this point. Thanks, Sanjay, for making it highlighted. So I wanted to say degree is a certification that okay, you did this, you have this skill. But it doesn't mean कि मैं college में जा रही हूँ, मैं कुछ कर नहीं रही हूँ, मैं कुछ पढ़ नहीं रही हूँ. But I know कि I'll pass in the exam and I'll be getting a degree and I'll be getting a good job. That is not the point here. If you're doing BA, MBA, BSc, BCA, BTech, any degree would come like that. If you're not learning in that degree, if you're not getting experience from that, you will not be getting a good job until or unless you will not be okay to answer the questions of a hiring person and wanted to like you'll not be able to answer that what did you do in your degree it will not be relevant whether it be of 10 lakhs 20 lakhs 30 lakhs the course. Yeah. Gudu, you are raising your hand. Do you have any question?
Hello, ma'am. So recently, right now I'm working in a company, in a factory. Like I was working as production planning control factory, and recently I got promoted as quality control engineer. But I feel like I'm lacking behind in management skills. So do I need to pursue an MBA degree for that, or I should stay in my place? Like I should just continue my work.
So I want to ask you, like, what do you think? If we take both the options, so what do you think if you do an MBA? So you'll be getting leadership skills instantly, like after
I
2 years.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know
You
anything
will
about
not. I'll tell you. You will not because a degree cannot teach you, a course cannot teach you to be a leader, right? So if you want to be a leader, if you want to learn leadership, then you will have to look after the person who is managing you or the person who will be a leader in your eyes. So you'll have to grab those skills. You'll have to learn that how is he working, how is he managing the workforce, how is he treating people, how is he treating the employee. It cannot be learned by books. So I'll suggest you if you are promoted, then you must get a session with the senior of yours and you want like to learn you should shadow him. You don't waste your money going for MBA to learn leadership, right, Gudu?
So, okay. So you are saying that there is no need of management skills. Like there is a need of management skills, but not through the degree or any kind of
Yeah,
education. It
if you're
can be learned
I'm
by
not
on it.
against, yeah, I'm not against degree. I'm totally agree if you want to go for an MBA. It is totally fine. But the criteria, the goals in mind should be different if you are going for an MBA. It will not be like, okay, I'll do an MBA and I'll be getting leadership skill and I'll be getting 30 lakhs of package. It is not gonna happen. If IIM person is getting 30 lakhs of package after his or her degree, then he is making sure IIM institute is making sure that my student is getting that much of experience which is relevant to the industry, which will be because the person who is studying there will be getting a real world experience in the industry and tackling the problems in real world. So
Okay, so the
yeah.
real problem is when I recently got promoted, I got to manage around 12 to 13 people who all are almost more than 10 years elder than me, or older than me, and I don't feel like how to order them. Like, I'm very young, but I got promoted.
It doesn't matter. It totally doesn't matter. You know the CEO of Google, like the age doesn't matter in the profession and corporate. It totally doesn't matter. So Sundar Pichai is must be younger than many people working in his company. But he'll have to take decision for the people who are older or who are younger or any. Like I will tell you, like earlier it used to happen also in companies. You have to say sir, you have to maintain that designation and everything. But nowadays, like most of the company doesn't care about it. So if you are having an employee who is not doing things to the standard, you don't see his age. You just tell him that you are not working. There should be criteria which is followed, and you just let him know that you should excel in your work, or repercussions will be there. So I don't think age factor should be compiled with and corporate thing. Yeah. So
Okay, ma'am.
Sanjay,
I got it.
you have your hand raised. Please.
Yes, ma'am. In fact, I just wanted to speak a bit on the question raised by Gudu. That MBA would give you that formal qualification which you really require to go up the organizational hierarchy. Because in India, it is required if you want to go up a organizational hierarchy, you have to possess the master's degree. So that way, yes, MBA would give you that kind of a formal qualification. But if you really want to learn something, it has to be from your seniors or somebody who is already into it. That person can give you the right kind of inputs that you may not get in the MBA formal degree. Another thing is that if you're dealing with some people who are elder to you, you have to be totally professional in your approach, right? And of course, we have seen many occasions when the banks were privatized or when the banks' computers came and all that. We had so many juniors who were and the seniors were under them. You have to be totally professional. It does happen. So you have to be professional, but at the same time, you have to see to it that there is a participatory, democratic way of leadership, which you will learn gradually by experience only.
Yeah, totally agreeing with Sanjay. And Vikas, you also have any question? Please speak.
Yeah, ma'am. So, ma'am, you just said that the pursuing MBA is not good if we need experience. If we are getting experience, that will be more preferably better than pursuing MBA. So, ma'am, suppose if I am an undergraduate, I have completed my internship in marketing, HR, or management, and I'm applying for a job, and there is still a person who has done all these things, and he has an additional benefits of pursuing MBA. Then will be I preferred more, or he will be preferred, because in this scenario his MBA degree will be more preferred, and I'll be sorted out.
Yeah, so a very good question, Vikas. So here, I want to ask, like, if the person you're talking, like the second person who has MBA, is he having any experience or something, or like the experience you have is both you have same?
If we both have the same experience.
You both have the same experience. So of course, like if he did the MBA, then he might be getting relevant industry exposure. He'll be learning formal things, the hierarchy of a company, and all the things which is learned in an MBA. So I was saying that it's likely that companies may lean towards hiring your friend because he'll be having advanced business knowledge, because an MBA equips individual with deeper insights into business strategies, management and leadership skills. it teaches you, right? And it is more likely that the like your friend who did MBA will be perceiving more leadership potential skills. Like potential will be there because MBA signifies that the candidate has developed skills in managing teams, making data driven decisions. So company may favor candidates who can grow into leadership roles, and friend of yours will be having professional networking. So I think he will be more likely to be hired. But however, if your skills, experience, and fit better align with the company's need, you still have a strong chance. So, am I audible? Just respond, please.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Yeah. So, Vikas, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, so your friend will be likely to hired because he has this plus that he did masters in business administration. But if your skill and experience better align with the company's need, you still have a strong chance. So I'll move. So as we were talking about, is it worth it? So it is worth it if you have it depends if you have a short term or long term returns and financial investment, and the trajectory like promotion, leadership roles, and all the career trajectories you're thinking in your mind, and salary growth with and without MBA. And of course it is not a one size fits all decisions. So in the end, whether an MBA is worth it depends on your personal and professional goals. For some, it's a fast track to the C suite. For others, alternatives may provide the same value at a fraction of the cost. Every decision in life come with a trade-offs. So this decision is yours with your vision for the future. Remember, your path is yours to define. So let's talk about what's your path, your journey forward, reevaluate your goals, explore all the options, like whether it be traditional, whether it be going through your bachelor's and applying to jobs, or all the alternative paths. I have a colleague in my company who is at my senior level, started with bachelor's, did a course in marketing from a local institution in her city, and is on a marketing manager role and earning a good amount. So she started with bachelor's, but she didn't go for the master's thing because she had the leadership role, she had networking skills, she had experience, she had all the relevant learnings. So she is leading the company now. Like she's leading a team with a bachelor's degree. So it depends on your caliber, on your skill set, and how do you define a MBA degree, right? So yeah, yes, sir. Sanjay Kumar, yes, speak, please.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I couldn't help interrupting. Actually, the thing is ki a lot of things are learned by experience, and we have seen earlier also that in the case of Tata Group of companies, they have their own administrative services, which is known as Tata Administrative Services (TAS), and you can give examination, and you're placed in one of the Tata Group companies. So those things are all okay. Even in Shriram Group of companies, if you did your BCom honors from Shriram College of Commerce, you were placed in one of the Shriram Group of companies. These are all okay things. But yes, if you want to rise up in the organizational hierarchy, that formal qualification is required. Because with a BBA or a BCom degree, if you really want to rise, the situation is that they might ask for a MBA. Where if you even if you have a lot of experience with the UG degree, maybe you will not be given a chance to go for that kind of a job.
But here, I'll tell you that it did like for me, of my point of view, it doesn't matter if you have MBA or not. It matters that what are you doing at your job. If you are doing if you got a job doing your bachelor's, then how good you perform there so that you got promoted. Because it doesn't like my company won't ask me ki okay, go and do your MBA, then come and join us for a managerial role. They'll see my skill set, right? How well I'm performing, how good I'm with people, how I am managing the person, like my employees, colleagues around me. So it depends on morely on that. From my point of view, it gives you a thing like certification thing, formal appreciation that you completed this course, but it doesn't allow that you will be having a managerial skill set for sure. Yeah, so Gudu, you are asking a question, please.
So right now, as you guys know that I'm pursuing like I'm working in a company as a quality control. but somewhere down in my life I want to own a business, I want to run a business. I'm planning to quit my job after 2 3 years and start my business. So my question is, to start a business, do I need a MBA degree, or yeah, it's just a random question, like it just popped in my head. So is it required to an MBA for to run a business in today's generation?
No, it is completely not required because you will be having a real world experience in your company. You will be handling teams, you will be knowing what's profit, what's loss, and you will be learning inventory, operations, marketing, many things. So you might need not to do MBA after 3 4 years for running a business because you will be learning so much on site at your job that a MBA couldn't teach you. So I'll suggest go with your job, learn the things on ground, and then plan to start your own business.
Okay, then I got it.
So yeah, let's move forward. So like whether you pursue an MBA or not, the real question is what is your next step? The world is full of opportunities, some visible, some hidden. Be open to exploring the opportunity and always keep your long-term vision in mind. So be adaptable, resilient, and open to change. So yeah, here I end my presentation. And if you have any question and like anything, you can ask me, and I'm open to it. Thanks for your time. And if you have any questions, we can have a interaction or something. I'm open for it. Hi, Nida. Thanks
On
for
behalf, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express my hearty vote of thanks to our excellent, outstanding speaker, Ms. Ishika Jain. Today, we got the opportunity to listen to an interesting and thoughtful provoking discussion on Still MBA is Worth It. The amount of expertise and passion displayed by Ms. Ishika Jain really enhanced and grasped hours of the Still MBA is Worth It. Miss Ishika Jain, ma'am, skillfully imparted her knowledge, leaving us with insightful conclusions and motivational concepts. Her interesting presentations captured our attention and motivated us to learn more. We appreciate the effort they put into preparing this enlightening session. Thank you very much, ma'am, for answering all the questions answered by the participants, asked by the participants. We really appreciate your excellent guidance. Once again, I express my gratitude and thanks to Ms. Ashika Jain, ma'am, for sparing time from her hectic schedule to impart information to us. We are speechless by your invaluable presence at this session. You provided in depth analysis of the subjects and shared some fascinating information. We shall bide our time for further such workshops in order to advance both our personal and collective knowledge. Additionally, I want to thank everyone in the attentive audience for their smart questions and active involvement. This event is considerably more meaningful because of your participation.